Oh shit. Who is this? Yes, today we are back with the next part of Twisted. If you have not seen the others, go catch up, and then we're trying to get to the bottom of what happened to Scott. We tried to get the footage and someone walked in. This is awkward. So we're gonna see what happens next. Go follow the amazing author Ellieewrites. Subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's start the Twisted drama. I felt like my breath was swallowed into my throat as I peered over the desk we were both squatted behind. It was then when I realized that we were both pressed up against each other. Oh, that's what you're thinking about? His arm tight against mine, his breath shallow. I could feel every tense muscle in him, every beat of his pulse syncing with mine. It was like we were both holding our breath, unable to move, unable to speak. Don't move, don't breathe, don't feel. You're gonna be feeling something behind you, but I couldn't help it. His arm was solid, warm, and my skin buzzed where it touched his. Other hand curled around the edge of the desk like he was trying not to snap the muscles flexing in his forearms. That was when I risked a side glance at him. He was staring straight ahead, jaw tight, lashes low, lips slightly parted like he was trying not to make a sound. I could feel the rise and fall of his chest like he was trying to keep it steady. His breath ghosted against my skin, warm and shallow and maddeningly human. Heck, he always looked clean, put together like he lived his life with a ruler in one hand and a checklist in the other. But here, in this moment, in the dim electric hum of the security room, he looked wrecked. In the best way. A little musk from the rush, his hair was falling slightly over his forehead, dark and soft looking, unlike the usual combed version he walked around campus with. And for one awful traitorous second, I forgot we were hiding. I love how she's so into him right now, hiding right now. Their life's on the line and she's worried about how handsome he is. I forgot the woman was just feet away from our hiding place. Was this the janitor? Or who is this? Yes, they were confirmed, Jennison Pandora. The autopsy results will speak for themselves. Drowning due to excessive intoxication, nothing more. The press will want to make this more than it is because a clean accident doesn't sell. Yes, you and I both know how this works. The operation will do its best to spin the story, but I will keep this clean. I won't allow anyone to taint his memory for their own gain. What? Especially not so early on. I won't let anyone taint his memory for their own gain. Talking about Scott then? Thank goodness. It wasn't until the footsteps paused just outside the door that I looked down and my breath caught. That was the moment I realized I was holding his hand. No, I wasn't just holding it. I was gripping it tightly as if it was the only thing keeping me alive. Our fingers were laced tight, his hand resting on my chest, pulling me into him. And it all felt so natural, way too natural. Oh, perfect. Somehow, in all that panic, I must have grabbed him. Or maybe he grabbed me. I don't even know who reached first, but it didn't matter at this point. I guess the moment of realization hit us at the same time, because that moment of mutual sharp realization cut through the haze like glass. His fingers twitched, so did mine. Then all too fast and all too sudden, we both pulled back. His hand quickly withdrew to the floor, and mine dropped back on my lap as if I could pretend it never happened, like we hadn't been holding each other so closely. We better get out of here. It's time for you to book it out before someone gets smart and comes back in here. So that's it then. No thing, no plot, no big reveal. Yeah, just gravity and a bad angle. Yeah. Wow, Mr. Talkative. There is more to the story. Have I ever been talkative? Okay, fair point. But there's gotta be something more. What should you say next? I like if you talk more. But you know what? I'm gonna say something weird. I'd like it if you talked more, plus 5 Atlas points. That's right. Atlas appreciates this more than you know. Like, I know that sometimes you're a know-it-all, and sometimes that can be annoying. Gee, thanks. But when you do talk about those things, it's sort of nice, you know? Weird for sure, but nice in a weird way. I've just never heard someone talk like you do when you do. Oh, wow, the crush is coming quick. Thanks, I guess. I don't think she knows it herself, but the crush is there. But back to what we were saying about the 2 most recent cases. Yeah, but so much for cases. I feel like those security cams and that phone call conversation just proved that it really was just an accident. Yeah, because there was genuinely no one else on the security cameras. I even replayed it 3 times. There's no one else in the clubhouse hall. No shadows, no cut footage. Just him running, tripping, gone. Right. And no one else was on the scene besides us, Nguyen, and the janitor, right? Not that we know of, no. Which leaves us with no more leads. It all just makes me feel so stupid, you know? Stupid. Yeah, sort of like I wasted all this time just to hit a dead end. But that note was still weird. It's like I've let myself spin it all in my head to the point where I'm creating a conspiracy that isn't even true. And I think and think and think until I open my eyes to real evidence and realize I've overthunk and have just been stuck in my head this whole time. It's something I do a lot of, actually, especially if I'm left to my own devices. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It just shows you think enough to care. More like caring too much and overthinking everything. And maybe we've truly been overthinking all of this. So you really think everything was truly a freak accident, like they said? No, something just doesn't add up, even Jessica's. I don't even know what to think at this point. I mean, it's possible. Maybe she truly did fall in the hallway intoxicated. Maybe she did slip and hit the side construction vending machines. I just think it's weird how Jessica slipped and fell while intoxicated, and then now Scott fell and slipped while intoxicated into the pool. I don't know. Just kind of weird how it happened back to back, and both in similar ways, and both supposed to be the president. Strange. Maybe we're trying to create a conspiracy out of nothing this whole time. And here I am feeling messed up that I'm disappointed that nobody got it. I mean, I'm glad that a real one isn't on the loose, but you're right. This has all been sort of anticlimactic. Talk about it. I mean, honestly, if there is nothing else to it, this is what you want to happen. They should be happy. I just don't want to waste more time chasing ghosts. Not unless we find another lead. So what now? I guess we go back to normal. We take a break from thinking about potential stuff and we catch back up with schoolwork and other stuff that truly matters. Right. Anyways, I gotta go. Forgot I had to be somewhere. Abrupt much. I guess I'll see you around. Probably not. No, Tuesday though, I'll see you then. For tutoring? You still don't know what a derivative is, so yeah. But wait, yo back, ew. How is Julian here? There's a game of pickleball going on in the front courts if you wanted to join. How did this man just randomly pop up? Right where they are. And notice how he's always watching. I still think he has a crush on Atlas secretly, but that's just me. But why is he always on the scene? Suspicious. Like, why are you here? What are you doing out here? First off, what do you mean, what are you doing out here? What are you doing out here? Randomly in the middle of nowhere, you just show up and it's like, hey, back, there's a pickup ball going. And then you're gonna ask, oh, what are you doing out here? What are you doing out here? Oh, I was just talking to... Nobody, actually. How did all you people show up? So where's this pickleball tournament? Okay, so I guess there were people around, but still, how did he know exactly where Beck was? Something's weird. And that was that. After reviewing the security cams, there were no more leads. Maybe the police were right all along. From then on, it was like life went back to normal, whatever that means. People I forgot to contact, group chats I had forgotten to answer, epigram socials I had to catch up on. It's like I stepped back into my old life that I left behind, as if this past week never even happened. As if I hadn't spent half the week sneaking around with the school's biggest outcast and your biggest crush. That's right, and you know the weirdest part? Life felt sort of bland. Oh, she misses him. Well, bland compared to the prior days I had spent with Atlas. Even my half-sweet 2 pumps vanilla 1 pup caramel shaken coffee was starting to taste bland. And that almost never happens. I guess that as much as I didn't want to admit it, I missed the chaos. No, you miss... I mean, not that I miss him, obviously. No, that's what you mean. That's not what this is. Oh, yes, it is. I mean, sure, Alice is kind of a genius in the weird, broody, antisocial way. And yeah, maybe we made a decent team. And the same way gasoline and fire make a decent explosion. Oh, you miss him so much, but that's not the point. The point is he was right. He's good at disappearing. Oh, almost too good. I feel like he wouldn't have disappeared if that weird creep Julian wasn't around. Okay, Alice's point of view. You've been here for 8 minutes, Atlas, and you haven't said a word all session. Okay, this is therapy or something? It's counselor, but that's okay. Sometimes silence says more than people think. At least you showed up, that's all that matters. Didn't exactly have a choice. Well, how about we just start with how your week's been? Have you been taking your meds? And have you been getting more sleep lately? Yeah. And how many hours exactly would you say you're getting? A couple here and there. We've talked about this for months, Atlas. That's not sustainable. Yeah, well, neither is the planet. Oh, one thing at a time. And what is it that keeps you up at night? The thrilling anticipation of this exact conversation? Look, Atlas, can I ask what it is about therapy that makes you so uncomfortable? Do you think you can name something? It's the couch. The couch? Yeah, the fake casual. Like, here's the room we made to trick you into talking about. Nobody's trying to trick. And the succulents. What did the succulents do? I hate the fake succulents. Did you know they're literally one of the lowest maintenance plants on earth? 80% of people kill their houseplants within a year, yet real succulents survive on neglect. But even that's too real for this room, I guess. Oh, he's dragging Dr. Lowe in. Okay, so besides the couch, besides the succulents, what would you say is the worst part? Oh, I'm not ready for this. The idea that you think you'll figure me out in 50-minute intervals. I'm not a word problem. Oh, I never said you were. You didn't have to. Okay, well, session over. Who would you say you are, Atlas? Not someone who needs this. Well, the court said differently. It was highly suggested that you, which is exactly why I'm here. I talk, they sign a paper, everybody's happy, and you're not happy. She is trying her best to get him to talk, and he's not having any of it. Isn't this why I got sent here in the first place? Let me rephrase that. How would you define happiness, Atlas? Happiness. It feels like something people invented to sell cereal and antidepressants, so you don't believe in it. I believe in chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, that kind of thing. But as a state of being, it's hard to tell. Do you think you can explain more? I guess I've always used happiness as like a firework. Explosive, bright, and burns out so fast your eyes still see the colors even after it's gone. That's kind of a good little analogy there. Then before you know it, the momentum from the high comes crashing down. And that's the worst part. So that's what you're afraid of. That if you ever do feel happy, it won't last. It's not fear, it's fact. I don't need to be explosive or happy, as you people call it. I'd rather be fine. Steady, predictable, no rise, no fall, just feeling fine. Even if fine means nothing. It's better than lighting yourself on fire just to feel warm. Well, that's oddly poetic and a bit bleak. Yeah, I'm a fun guy at parties. You go to parties? No, that was a joke. Kinda. I don't really do the people thing, but people are kind of unavoidable. I'm trying my best. So you isolate yourself. I call it simplifying the equation. No variables, no unexpected outcomes. Makes life a lot easier and a lot lonelier. You should consider letting more people into your life, Atlas. You'd be surprised at the glimpses of happiness people can shine into your life if you just let them. Well, that was an interesting little scene there that we got to see more into Atlas people and his way of thinking. I don't need more people. I'm fine just the way I am, right? I mean, the last thing I need is to be around more. Oh, he misses Beck. People still noticing you more because you've kept up with your popularity. See, I told you Beck would be here. You might want to stop gawking though, man. It's sort of obvious. See, Beck, I told you that going out again was a good idea. I feel like you've been kind of MIA recently. How should you respond? You know, I'm gonna own up to it. Okay, I guess you're kind of right. I have sort of been MIA recently. Kind of. You've been so MIA recently. Barely answering calls, declining invites. Okay, I admit. It's been pretty bad. But it's good to be back. Oh, we love you, Beck. Everyone's cheering, partying. Beck is back. You're the best, Beck. Please mention me in your next live, Beck. Okay. Not again. Who's on the ground? Ugh, my head kind of hurts. I'm gonna get a drink. Are you sure that'll help? Um, wait, Alexander. Who is this? I thought that was Christian. What can I get started for you tonight, miss? Whatever he's having. All right, so gin and tonic, heavy on the tonic. Coming right up. Who is this man? I thought that's not your usual beer pong fuel. What's that all about? I needed something stronger after everything that happened this past week. What happened this past week? Scott, huh? Yeah. Everyone keeps saying I should talk to someone. Who is this man? Did I forget about him? Maybe I forgot about him. Coach, counselor, my mom even called the pastor. But instead you came here. Yeah, I figured the gin would just judge me less. You and Scott were tight, huh? Was this his like best friend? More than tight. We used to be like brothers back then. It just doesn't feel real. Nothing does. I'm just trying to stay busy, distract myself. Football, the gym, the usual shit. Pretend it'll all make sense if I just keep moving. But it doesn't, it never does. I'm truly sorry for your loss, Alexander. Me too. I just needed to get away from the normal crowd now and then. I'm sure you know how it feels. Definitely. Sometimes I just wish I could go back, okay, a good while later, before everything changed, before it all fell apart. I mean, first Jessica and now Scott. It's weird how everyone is just moving on without a second glance. Talk about it. I guess it's true that senior year's always cursed. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, good talk. I'll see you around back. I wonder if we can get more info out of him. For the first time in a while, I felt sympathy. It's a big word, and I don't feel it often, especially for a guy I didn't know well. But maybe it was the way Alexander sat hunched over at the bar, the way he was truly distraught, the way he... Wait a damn minute. I've seen his car before. Wait a minute! At the scene! I was thinking that, but I was like, the night at the clubhouse, and no one else was on the scene besides us, Nguyen, and the janitor, right? Not that we know of, no, which leaves us with no more leads. Oh, we found a lead! No more leads. So if it's not Nguyen or the janitor, who else could it have been? But why would he be acting all sad over there? I don't know. I even scrubbed through the entire day footage and no one was seen entering or leaving. Sometimes it's best to go back, before everything changed, before it all fell apart. What could have fallen apart? And that's when I came to the conclusion. Alexander may have been distraught, but if he was truly so distraught, why was his car the only other car in the back clubhouse lot the night Scott drowned? Oh my gosh!